Hey guys, Josh the Alien You Call God here, coming back with another list on the best music of 2025. Today we're going to be talking about the top 30 emo albums of 2025. I've done post punk, I've done folk punk, and I've done ska music. So hopefully you've checked out some of those lists and enjoyed them and found some new music. Shout out to r/emo on Reddit for being the most vocally supportive of all the groups, and also giving me the best recommendations because you guys put me onto a bunch of new bands that I hadn't heard before, and I appreciate that. Um, but yeah, we're going to get right into it. It's been a pretty good year for emo. There was quite a few really good albums, and I was found 25 quite easily, and I just extended it to 30 so I could feature some other bands that that you might not have heard of, or maybe you have, and you'll be like, "Hey, I love that band," so it's pretty cool that he featured them, something of that nature, right? So we're gonna start off with a band from Baltimore, Maryland. Um, the band Have Mercy. They put out a new album called "The Loneliest Place I've Ever Been." And I'm gonna play you the song "Only If Only." It's they're kind of like alt rocky, much very similar to Hot Mulligan. So this is "Only If Only" off of Have Mercy's "The Loneliest Place I've Ever Been." Yeah, as you can see, that's very much in vein with bands like Hot Mulligan and a few other bands out there. But yeah, pretty cool album. Very consistently good from start to finish. I do believe I've listened to them before, and I might have featured them on my list in 2023 or around that time. I can't remember, but yeah, The Loneliest Place I've Ever Been, out of Baltimore. By Have Mercy, out of Baltimore, Maryland. That was Only If Only. Number 30 on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025. Moving right along, we're going to Cleveland, Ohio, for the band Bury the Pines. Which have a bit of jangly, twinkly emo, whatever you want to call it. Their new album is called Industry Plant. Is this going to load up? There we go. Industry Plant. And yeah, a little bit more upbeat, and I'm going to play you the track All Quiet on the Midwestern Front.
Last night, rocking underneath the falling stars. I wanna lose time in your embrace. Forget about tomorrow. It'll take much more than that. An army couldn't hold me back. No matter where I go, I swear it's not our last. Let's forget out on the battlefield. And we don't need another last song. And we just wanna dance all night long. Fighting everybody's fight for mine. The ship is sailing, I just missed my bed. Lost my friends and lost my mind. Forget our yesterday. Let's forget out on the battlefield. I can't see 5 feet in front of me, my dreams. I feel I'm crumbling, nothing. Prep me for anything I've seen. Stripped of my innocence, we should cross the sea. Romance never kids should be. I can't see 5 feet in front of me, my dreams. I feel I'm crumbling, nothing. Prep me for anything I've seen. Stripped of my innocence, we should cross the sea. Romance never kids should be. Left, right, all march on tonight. Left, right, all march.
That was Bury the Pines, All Quiet on the Midwestern Front from their new album Industry Plant out of Cleveland, Ohio. Number 29 on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025. We're going to keep it rolling because it's going to be kind of a long stream. And like I said, I might restream the EP one as well. And at least re record it. So it's going to take me, I'm going to be streaming for a while here. But moving on to number 28, we are going to Canada this time, to the East Coast, to a band called Old, and they have a band called Swimming, and they have a new album called Old out, and they are from St. John's, Newfoundland. Put this backwards. Um, and I'm gonna play you the opening track called "You Smell Like Phys Ed." Yeah, that was "You Smell Like Phys Ed" by Swing off their new album "Old" out of St. John's, Newfoundland. Way out there, about as East Coast as you can get in North America there. Yeah, very very cool album. I really enjoyed that, and stoked to see some cool emo bands coming out of Canada because I'm Canadian myself there. But we're gonna keep it moving. That was number 28 on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025. For number 27, we're going across the pond to the UK to Exeter for the band Soot Sprite. Soot Sprite had a new album called Wield Your Hope Like a Weapon, um, which is much more mellow and somber, I would say. And I'm going to play you the opening track off the album called Days After Days.
Between cycles of music, great floods and forests on fire, look for the flashes, glimmers of joy. Good people helping, they lay in the roads, they lighten the load of heavy days after days. Days after days. Hometowns of water, scorched by blazes, the rich making puzzles, always evasive, placated concern, laugh at us in private, just barely hiding contempt for our struggle, more heavy days after days, days after days. The thick skin you grow, is it really a blessing? What's a suit of armor when your ship is sinking? To be soft is a form of defense. I don't want to forget what those lessons meant. His fist clenched tight, knuckles turned to white, turned us on each other. Nothing feels right. A lifetime of class war when somebody shook the jar. If we uplift each other, we could go so far. The thick skin you grow, is it really a blessing? What's a suit of armor when your ship is sinking? To be soft is a form of defense. I don't want to forget what those lessons meant. The thick skin you grow, is it really a blessing? What's a suit of armor when your ship is sinking?
Yeah, some beautiful female-fronted, slightly shoegazy emo out of the UK from Soot Sprite. Their new album, Wield Your Hope Like a Weapon, that was Days After Days, number 27 on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025. Moving right along, we are going back to America to Marquette, Michigan for the band Charm, playing some Midwest emo. That kind of alt rocky, indie alt rocky sound. And their new album is called Downpour. And we are going to play the song Linger for You, which is a very short one. It's just barely over a minute. So we'll get right into the next one after that. Number 26 on our list, Charm's Downpour. This is Linger. A short but sweet track from Charm off of their new album Downpour. That was Linger, basically the introduction track for what is a very, very good album. Really, really enjoyed that album. Feel kind of guilty for putting it so low on the list, but have them down there at number 26. But that's just a testament to some of the really good albums that are coming up. I do judge the albums holistically based on the entirety of the album as opposed to just like the best tracks or whatever. But yeah, Charms Downpour out of Marquette, Michigan, number 26 on the top 30 emo albums of 2025. Number 2020, or sorry, number 25 has a little bit of lore behind it because this is. Oh shit! Gotta download the image there. Kind of a pain in the ass when they don't put the image in, and I'm not always paying attention. Okay, let's go here. Save that there. We go back here. And there we go. Yeah, because this is Anna Managuchi's Anyway, and if you can tell, this right here is the American Football House because they're on a label called Polyvinyl, and Polyvinyl bought the American Football House when it was about to be demolished and saved it. And Anna Managuchi moved into the house, which is what they're pictured them hanging out on their stoop there because they were living there. And they wrote and recorded this album in the American Football House. So just a little bit of background emo lore for you there behind this album. But it's a very, very cool album. It's like an album that I feel like everybody has a different favorite track off of the album. I'm just gonna play you. What did I pick putting on here? I just picked Sparkler, which is the opening track, but there's a lot of really good tracks, and they have a little bit of diversity to them, and they got a kind of like a little bit of a weird vibe they're going for them. But yeah, Anna Managuchi's Sparkler off of their new album Anyway, which was written and recorded in the American Football House. Yeah, very, very cool album from Anna Menaguchi. The new album is called Anyway. They are from New York City, New York, but they recorded, they've been living in the American Football House when they wrote and recorded that album. Very, very cool stuff. At number 25 on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025. We're going to keep it going. To a band that needs no introduction, you know, one of the more uh, well-known bands, I guess, in the emo realm, at least in like the pop area of the emo realm. The band, I'm actually not the hugest fan of them. I was kind of a hater of this band for a long time, but this album is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really ever listen to them, and I saw them play with Wonder Years. And I was like, these guys seem a little bit douchey. So I never really got around to like giving them a chance, but I gave this album a few listens, and it's a pretty good album. It's not like one of my favorite albums of the year, but it's a solid album, and I will say they're probably for like the younger crowd, like more oriented towards like teenagers and stuff, as opposed to you know, older, full grown adults and all that stuff. But nonetheless, it's a cool album. It's a fun listen. Whoops. And it's called. Oops, messed that up. And it's called "The Sound a Body Makes When It's Still," and they are from Lansing, Michigan. And I'm just gonna play you the opening track, which is called "Moving to Bedbug Island." This is Hot Mulligan off of their new album, "The Sound a Body Makes When It's Still."
There's no distraction, no tasteful words when written. They seem absurd. It's coming back again. It's coming back again. There's no hope for the future when all I've gained first shimmers, then quickly fades. It's coming back again. It's coming back again. I'll stay cold, bottled in the basement. Getting old, just as I settle in, it keeps going and just gets further away. It's coming back again. It's coming back again. Isn't this what you wanted to feel your hurt each whisper now echoes as if you scream. Isn't this why you sing? It's coming back again. I'll stay cold, bottled in the basement. Getting old, just as I settle in, it keeps going and just 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 gets further away.
Yeah, that was what was this song called? "Moving to Bedbug Island" from "The Sound a Body Makes When It's Still," the new album from Hot Mulligan out of Lansing, Michigan. Does anybody think that their singer looks like that Penguin Zero streamer guy, or like the guy that streams and does YouTube and shit? I forget what he's got a different Twitch name, but I forget what it is. But like, yeah, I always when I first saw that guy, I was like, does this guy have a fucking emo band? It's like, but yeah, yeah, the guy who has like the really good monologues. I forget what his name. Yeah, Penguin Zero. I know he's Penguin Zero on YouTube, but I can't remember what he is on Twitch. Yeah, he's got very good monologues, so I'll give him that. Yeah. Anyways, that's number 24 on our list of top 30 Emo Albums of 2025. And going to this next one, I'm going to say it's an atypical feature on the list because I don't even know if it's really emo. They call themselves emo, like they classify themselves as emo, but it's like, whoops, oh, well, it has a very big, oh my god, image is huge. Yeah, get this fixed here. This is the band Stomach Book out of South Bend, Indiana. Um, I would say they're like, you know, lo-fi bedroom pop. I think that they record all of their albums actually in their bedroom. I'm not entirely sure, and it may or may not be a solo instrumentalist. I'm not. Wait, hold on. Let me check. Is this one person or is this multiple people? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I seem to. I've featured them before on my lists in previous years because they put out like quite a bit of music, and it's very. It's kind of Nintendo-y in a sense. It's got that very modern. I'm gonna relate it to Nintendo Core. Obviously, there's no core in it, but like it's got that like Nintendo-y bedroom pop vibe. But there is a couple songs on the album that I would say are more emo than the majority of songs. I wouldn't say the majority of the songs on this album are emo, but like I said, they still classify themselves as emo, so I'm gonna respect that. And I have put them on my emo list before, and honestly, I wouldn't even know where else to put them because they don't really fall into a category, any specific category. They're very, very weird style of music, but also very fun and very cool, very upbeat kind of style of music. This is probably the least upbeat song on the album, which is why I'm going to feature it. I'm going to play the song for you, Paper Dolls, which is smack dab in the middle of the album. And the album's called Goodnight Hypnopomp, which is a title I really like. But yeah, Stomach, they always have this kind of art style too, so I'm not sure if they're doing their own art or if they just always use the same artist, but I really like the kind of Labubu-ish anime. They were doing it before Labubus though, so you got to respect that. But anyways, this is Stomach Book out of South Bend, Indiana. The song Paper Dolls off of their new album Goodnight Hypnopomp.
Just paper dolls, paper dolls. I wrap my arms around a haunted, smiling shape. One last time, I hear you sing in the walls, sing in the walls. At night, it's too cold to breathe. I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. Let's share a delusion with wine and nicotine. Take a drag, and then I wish you away, wish you away. Every time I cry, it's about you, and every time I laugh, it's for you too. So do your little dance around my room. I know I'm gonna join you soon. I'm at 10, this hurts a lot. You are just a stubborn, stained idea, stained idea. Like a puppet with its strings gone, I left it good.
That was Paper Dolls from Stomach Book off their new album Goodnight Hypnopomp out of South Bend, Indiana. Like I said, very different, very weird, very cool. Is it emo? I don't know. You be the judge. They call it emo. So I'll call it emo. But very like bedroom poppy, you know. But yeah, super fun album. If you like that, definitely go check it out and go check out their other albums because I think like they released like one or two albums. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, and they were really good, like real good. They've been killing it. So yeah, number 23 on our list of top 30 emo EP, or sorry, albums of 2025. Um, Moving along, we are heading to Florida for a band that popped off a little bit the last couple of years, and including with this new album. This is Pool Kids, easier said than done, out of Tallahassee, Florida. More female-fronted stuff there, and I'm gonna play you the title track off the album, Easier Said Than Done.
I know you're bad for me, but sometimes you're the only one I want. I'm sure I'll learn eventually, but lately I just take it as it comes. I let people walk all over me. I take things too personally. Just let me down easily. I only want your company. I've been told I fixed it. I'm drinking on a Wednesday. Find me at the corner store waiting for tomorrow. Can't come any sooner. But we both know that I'm not gonna change. I told you I know how to have fun. If only I could let go. It's easier said than done. And when it rains, it fucking pours. And I know things, but you know more. And you're just fucking perfect, aren't you? Yeah, you're just fucking perfect. I let people walk all over me. I take things too personally. Just let me down easily. I only want your company. I've been told I fixed it. I'm drinking on a Wednesday. Find me at the corner store waiting for tomorrow. Can't come any sooner. But we both know that I'm not gonna change. I told you I know how to have fun. If only I could let go. It's easier said than done. Tell me next time it's the right time, baby. Don't tell me next time it's the right time. Hear me now. Tell me next time it's the right time, baby. Don't tell me next time it's the right time. Hear me now. Tell me next time it's the right time, baby. Don't tell me next time it's the right time. Hear me now. Tell me next time it's the right time, baby. Don't tell me next time it's the right time. Hear me now. Tell me next time it's the right time, baby. Don't tell me next time it's the right time. Hear me now.
Yeah, that was Pool Kids, easier said than done, out of Tallahassee, Florida. The title track off their new album. Really beautiful album. Very good from start to finish. Highly recommend you check it out if you haven't already. But you know they're getting pretty big out there, so I'm sure you've already heard of them. Number 22 on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025. Moving on to number 21, we are going to Portland, Oregon for the band Days to Waste, which is another female-fronted group. You know, I would say like um,
they don't have the album cover there. Let's see. Um, I would say they're quite in a similar style as Pool Kids there. Um, uh, it might be a solo project. I'm unsure. They do have a little bit of my only beef is they have like a little bit of auto tune thing going on there, and I feel like it's probably unnecessary because it sounds pretty decent. So I don't know how if they really need it or whatnot. But the album is very beautiful. This next album is very beautiful. Oh shit, where did I put that now? Can I go to downloads? Let's see, is this the album cover? No, that ain't the right one. Hold on, I gotta see where I put this now. I forgot where I downloaded it, but I don't know where I downloaded it to. Save images. Yeah, that went to downloads. Okay, we'll go. Oh, maybe I did put it in the right folder. Let's check it out here. I did. There we go. Forget Me When Summer Ends. This is the new album by Days to Waste out of Portland, Oregon. And I am going to play you the song Forget Me, which I guess is somewhat of the title track of the album.
Wait, I lose the thought as I wake, and for the rest of the day I'll drown in quiet erase, just waiting patiently. Help me to recollect on the days I've written out every page. Oh, what a beautiful picture, perfect runaway. Ignited the rest into a fiery mess. Time will take away the life you led. I wish I had more time. I maybe I'll be fine. Just remembering you and if I could change the past and make things right, I'd stay just one more night. Take back some memories before you inevitably forget me.
Sorry, my computer had a little bit of a brain fart there at the end, but yeah, that's Forget Me by Days to Waste. Forget Me When the Summer Ends is the new album. Really, really beautiful stuff out of Portland, Oregon. Highly recommend you go check out that album because I think it's definitely underappreciated. Moving right along, we're making it into the top 20 now. We are going to Fairfield County, Connecticut for a band that it was getting a little bit of hype this year. I know they had their album made it onto Brooklyn Vegans best punk albums or whatever the big list is. This is Anxious. They got their new album called Bambi. I am an Anxious fan, and I'm pretty sure I saw Anxious at. No, I can't remember, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I saw Anxious at um, Furnace Fest, but now I can't remember if I did or not. And trying to think now. I know they played, but I can't. I'm sure I saw them. I'm sure I saw them then, but I can't fully remember. Anyways, I'm going to play you the song "Counting Sheep," which is one of my favorite tracks off of the album. It falls somewhere in the middle there, but this is "Counting Sheep" off of Anxious's new album Bambi. Probably already heard this album because it's been getting a bunch of hype this year. Number 20 on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025.
Yeah, I agree with you, Julius. Like such a good track. Definitely one of the better tracks on the album for sure. That's my personal favorite track, but like I would say one of the yeah, definitely has one of the better vibes of tracks on the album for sure. That was what was it, number 21 or what are we on here? Number 20 on our list of top 30 albums of emo albums of 2025. Anxious as Bambi. Very solid album. Like I said, this album was getting some hype. I know it was on Brooklyn Vegan's list relatively high. I don't think it was. I don't think it was one of the best emo albums of the year. So I think it, it got. I think they're getting a little bit of credit from, you know, having some really banger albums the past their past few releases. But still a very good album from start to finish. I'm not complaining at all. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just that, like I said, I just think that there's some better emo albums out here that aren't getting recognized by, like, the big publications there, but getting glanced over, if you will. But yeah, very good album. Really enjoyed it. Number 20 on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025. And moving along, we're for number 19. We are going to a town that I really love, Charleston, South Carolina. Such a beautiful fucking town. I've been there like twice. I work on like a treasure hunt there, and have been there a couple times. Played that, like, I checked out some open mics. I'm a musician myself, so I went and played a couple open mics there. I just love not only is the town like architecturally and just like scenically beautiful, because there's so many schools there. It's just got like such a good vibe. I know there's a lot of, like, racist history there and all that, but nowadays the town has such a good vibe with so many young people, and I love visiting there and can't wait till I go back. This is the band called Never Any Ordinary, and their new album, Life Everlasting, and I'm going to play you the fourth track off the album called New Skin.
It's so cold, living with demons you have not faced. At the mall, I think I'm starting to feel real change, and I know what it's like to want to feel clean, 'cause I just cannot stand another hole in my jeans. But I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. This past year, I faced the facts that I have not changed, and it's clear I need to try harder to cleanse this pain. And I know what it's like to truly be me, the way I look in the mirror like I cannot see my fault lines and the tremors I find. You can say what you want to me, and I don't blame you. You're looking at me like a virtue, wanna sink your teeth in down. But desperately need, but I'll be fine. Will I ever be fine? And it's hard to say so when I am your love and it feels unequal. But you've shown me how to be my own. You can say what you want to me and I don't blame you. You're looking at me like a virtue, wanna sink your teeth into. But I'm summoning you. You can say what you want to me and I don't blame you. You're looking at me like a virtue, wanna sink your teeth into. But I'm summoning you. And I know what it's like to want to feel clean, 'cause I just cannot stand another hole in my jeans. But I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. And I know that it's hard to look right at me when I can't even get the help I desperately need, but I'll be fine. I've never been fine. You can say what you want to me and I don't blame you. You're looking at me like a virtue, wanna sink your teeth into. But I'm summoning you. And I know what it's like to want to feel clean. I just cannot stand another hole in my jeans, but I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be just fine. Yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah, that's a cephalus. That's a megacephalus. That's a really good show. Hot Mulligan, Anxious, and Arm's Length. I was on the same bill. That's a banger fucking show, man. Yeah, I saw Hot Mulligan with the Wonder Years. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I saw Anxious at Furnace Fest in 2024, but I'm not 100% positive. They might have played and that I missed them because I was watching something else, but I can't remember if I saw them or not, to be perfectly honest. But um, uh, Arm's Length I definitely haven't seen. Arm's Length is on my list. It's coming up. It's coming up shortly, actually. Um, yeah, I like Starting Line, and I actually really like the new Starting Line album. But I just put it. I didn't feel like it was like super emo, so I put it in just like the alt rock category. I have it like on my list. I usually do that one last because that one has like a lot of that has a lot of albums in it, like probably the most of any, like, because I throw everything like with any sort of rock music that's not in like the punk periphery, or like even some of the stuff is, I would say, but like Pup and stuff, but like yeah, I throw everything from like Pup, Dirty Nil, and everything, Starting Line, everything in between, that I feel like if it doesn't like really fit super, even if they were like, typically considered part of that genre, I feel like I just kind of like listen to the album and I put it in wherever I think it falls most, because especially with the amount of crossover styles these days, I could be putting like one album in like 5 different categories or whatever, so I just kind of feel it out, and whatever I think it like falls into most, I put it in that category. But yeah, I never really used Lime. I did use Kazaa for a bit. I never really used LimeWire, but because I was like a hardcore SoulSeek user from like literally like 2001, to kind of show my age there. Like I've been I actually started the movie room on that, because I used to be a really big movie pirate on Pirate Bay and SoulSeek. I used to like go out and find like super rare movies and rip them and put them online, and I had a pretty big following. Probably could have been a Bitcoin billionaire, because the people that were doing what I was doing put like the when Bitcoin came out in 2009, they put like the Bitcoin address, and Bitcoin was worth $1, and people were tipping like Bitcoins to the people that were like doing the same thing. But I never did it, so like missed opportunity. Now look where I am. But yeah, I'm a huge pirate. I have like terabytes and terabytes of music and movies and TV shows and stuff like that. But yeah, if you do want to download SoulSeek, slsknet.org, still the best place to find music. My name on there is Metalcore period, all lowercase letters with the period, like the dot on the end, and you can add me to your list. I share everything with everybody. You can browse my files, and I think I have like folders back to like 2022 on this current hard drive that I'm sharing, plus like a bunch of movies and TV shows and stuff. So when I'm streaming, I turn it off because it slows down my computer. But if I'm not streaming or like playing video games, then I usually have it running. When I'm working, I usually turn it on, and so people can download off me. I have like a pretty huge collection of music. Favorite TV show like of all time? Yeah, I do remember Axo. Actually, that's fucking hilarious. My name was Anarco, Anarco. That's what I tagged my stuff with. My favorite TV show? I don't even know, man. Um, these days, like probably like currently, I would say South Park has been like absolutely like the South Park has been so fucking funny this year. So like probably I don't follow a lot of like during the pandemic I watched so many TV shows, and I used to watch like a ton of TV shows. I don't watch as many now because I'm like way more busy with work and stuff like that. So like I got to commute like sometimes like 4 or 5, 6 hours just to back and forth, like that's both ways, but like it takes up a lot of my day when I commuting 6 hours and I'm working like an 8. Sometimes I worked a 23-hour shift last year. So I set up concerts and stuff. So The Wire is really I love The Wire. The Wire's definitely. So you're asking all time then. Shit, I don't even know. I was a huge X-Files fan growing up, so that's definitely one of my favorite shows. I would say even South Park historically is up there. I really love like animation and like stop motion, so stuff like that. And you're putting me on the spot here. I can't even. I'm trying to think here. I did love The Wire. I love I love that circus one. What was the circus one that they never finished? The guy with the lobster. He had the lobster hands. Shit, I can't even think of what it's fucking called. But I loved that show. That was definitely one of Carnival. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, I love that show. And when they didn't finish it, I was extremely upset. So upset because I wish they would come back and finish that. I also like really love American Horror Story because I had the lobster hands guy is also an American Horror Story. Love Black Mirror. Huge Black Mirror fan. And I watch a ton of horror movies. Like I've watched like literally thousands of horror movies. On IMDb, I have like 900 reviews, and like I think like 80% of them are horror movies. So I've watched like a lot of horror movies. Every October, I watch at least 31 horror movies in 31 days. And on Christmas, I watch like 12. The 12 days of Christmas, I watch a horror movie, a Christmas related horror movie every day, and I post it on my Facebook for my friends and stuff like that. But yeah, that was Never Any Ordinary, number 19 on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025. The album is called Life Everlasting, and dare I say they out Hot Mulliganed Hot Mulligan because I feel like they're kind of I feel like they're kind of a Hot Mulligan ripoff band, but I like their album better than Hot Mulligan. Too inconsistent for you? Did you watch this year's Black Mirror? This year's Black Mirror was real good, bro. I really like they had that like that kind of like Neopet Jesus one, and then like the one with like the Neuralink one was really good, and they had that like the follow up to that Star Trek one, like that those are two of my favorite episodes of all time. I think the other one was from like season 4 or something like that, and then they kind of continued the story at the season finale of this year. And if you watch, like I actually had to go back and like rewatch. I was like I couldn't remember because it was such a long time. So I went back and rewatched the first one and then watched the second one, and it was like, damn, because they're like stuck. They like went through the wormhole to try to kill the guy that had the basically the premise is that a guy runs a gaming company and he works with a bunch of people and he stole their DNA and he used their DNA to spawn clones of them inside the game and he's trapped them in the game and he's like he rules them like a dictator. He can like he like basically tortures them. He's like the leader of the in-game leader and he like tortures them and they have no he can enter and exit the game because he's like a player. And they're not really they're like they're I guess they're technically NPCs because they're not being played by anyone, but they're not NPCs in the fact that they're like real actual people. It's kind of reminds me of that old show Reboot. If you remember the show Reboot, how like the game would come down and it would spawn like the actual characters or the actual people from the village inside of the computer. Um, and then so they try in the first episode they try to escape. They try to kill the guy by passing through a worm like an update wormhole, and they think it's going to kill the guy, but it doesn't. And in this one, they're trapped in like the alternate universe, and they've made the game pay to play. So but they have no ability to purchase because they're like in they're like well they're like in the game when they pass through the wormhole they weren't recorded, so they're kind of like rogue characters in the game, like rogue NPCs, and they have no ability to purchase items to give them a step up in the game, and so they have to go around and like rob all the real people, like all the people that are actually buying stuff. They go around and rob them, and it's like they think there's hackers in the game, and they're trying to root them out. And then they try to contact the people to go. Oh man, it's such a fucking that show's such a mind fuck. But yeah, I would say definitely go watch the new season because it's really fucking good, dude. Sorry for going on a tangent there. We'll get the next one rocking. We're on number 19. Thank you for tuning in, guys. By the way, I appreciate it. So that was 19. Never Any Ordinary, Life Everlasting. Whoops. Number 18, we got Downward. Oh, I'm gonna have to go download this from Bandcamp. Gonna have to download the album cover here. 1 second. Go here. The new album is called. They're from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and like I said, I'm not sure if you watched some of my other streams, but damn, like the Tulsa and Oklahoma City have like some of the best music scenes right now. Like I was saying before in one of the other one of my other list streams, how like I would never fucking go to Oklahoma. Like why the fuck would anybody go to Oklahoma? But I would go to Oklahoma just to see music because man, their music scene is crazy. They have so many like S tier bands right now, man. And I would say Downward is up there as one of them. This is their second full length. It's just called LP2. I had not heard of them before, so they're a new band to me this year. But very slow, very chill style of emo. And I'm gonna play you the song Request Made. Oh shit, I don't know where you are that it's 11. Where are you that it's 11 p.m. You must be in like Europe or something, eh? I'm in Southern Ontario, Canada, so it's only about 5:15 here. But I normally stream. Oh, Germany, nice. Oh, dude, I went to Germany and I saw Millencolin. I went to SO36 and saw in Berlin and saw like an all-female hardcore like one-day festival like with the band Blood Command headlining. Dude, SO36 is so good. I had such a fun time in Germany, man. I saw so many shows. It was amazing. The fucking surfers, all that shit. Like Berlin is it's probably like my favorite city that I've ever been to in my life. I'm not sure if you live in Berlin, but like yeah, SO36 is such a legendary venue too. I also saw Bridge City. There was like SO36. The next. Oh fuck yeah. The next. I also saw. There's like a little cafe that has like red lights in it that puts on shows. I can't remember what it was called, but there was supposed to be a second festival, a 2-day festival, the next couple of days, but it got canceled, and all the bands were still there, and they just all played at different venues. And I went and saw Bridge City Sinners, and I want to say a German band called the Sparrows or something like that. I can't remember, But man, I saw some really fucking banger shows. I also went to in Munich. I went to that anarchist cafe and saw Chalk Hands, the post-hardcore band from UK, and that venue's cool. I think I paid like 12 euros or like 15 euros, and I got into the show. I got a full plate of vegan food and a drink. Like, oh, dude, if you do go to Munich, I want to say it's called the Black Cat or something like that, but it's just like this like little anarchist cafe, and they put on shows. It's so cool, man. Like all the people were super nice, and like I said, I paid like 12 or 15 euro. It was pay what you can, but like you know what I mean. I think I paid like 12. I think I paid like 12 euros for the show. I think that's what they were asking, and then I paid like 3 or 4 euros and got a plate of food and a drink. And so like you can't go wrong for 15 euros for a show, a meal, and a drink, right? It's fucking so good. But yeah, Germany's such a good place, and the people in Germany. I actually, if you go to my personal Cliff Diver, Cliff Diver is one of the bands I was talking about. Yeah, for sure. Um, if you go to my personal YouTube, my name's Josh Cornell. If you go to my personal YouTube, I have the entire Blood Command show from Germany recorded, and that show was insane, insane. If you're not a fan of Blood Command, definitely go check them out because they're fucking amazing. But yeah, I'm gonna get going with the list here, and I'm gonna play Request Made from Downward's LP2. They are of course from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah, Cliff Divers from there. I think even Stomach Book, which I played earlier, used to be. I think they went to school in Oklahoma, and they and like I said, there's a whole shitload of like post-punk, noise rock, fucking ska bands, all from like Oklahoma City and Tulsa. So like, I mean, I don't think I would ever go to Oklahoma City in any facet other than to go see music. But like, damn, they're like, maybe there's like nothing else to do, so they just all have bands. But yeah, Downward from LP2. This is Request Made.
Request made and head full and soaking down. You gesture and I come around. Debt paid afforded a stone to pound. A request made and I'm not around. It's hard to line. It's better when you're done. Play where lies fall. Request made, afraid to follow where you lay. Death face, actions, running out of grace. It's hard to run. It's better when you're done. Play
Just a short introductory track off of the album. That was Request Made by Downward off of LP2 from Tulsa, Oklahoma, number 18 on our list. Like, that is a very slow, chill album, but I just like I just really love. Sometimes you just want to listen to some chill music, you know what I mean? Like, everything doesn't have to be crazy, crazy riffs and everything. Just like some crazy, some really nice, like, almost slightly grungy alt rock leaning emo there from Downward. Super cool album. So for number 17, I got the band Athletics from Asbury Park, New Jersey. And Their album title has a really long name, and I forget what it is. Hold on, let me look it up here. It's like what makes you think this is how it all ends? And they are on Deep Elm Records. If you're about following record labels, and this is the first album they've put out in 10 years. So you know what I mean. Kind of similar to like Thursday. Like I think Thursday hadn't put out an album in like almost 20 years. So if you're a fan of these older bands that have been around for since the early 2000s or whatever, and they kind of break up, or they go their separate ways, and then they reform and make new music, and it's always fucking killer. So this is one of those examples, and I'm going to play you the song "Like Hell," which does have a video. If you want to go, you can go to their Bandcamp, and or like the Deep Elm Records Bandcamp, and watch the video on there if you'd like. But yeah, this is Athletics off of their new album. What makes you? Oh my God, I always forget what it is. What makes you think this is how it all ends? And this is the song "Like Hell." That was Like Hell from Athletic's new album. The first album in 10 years, by the way. What makes you think this is how it all ends? You can almost like, the vocals are so subdued, you can almost like not even hear them. It's got that, it's a little bit shoegazy in the sense, but this album is really beautiful. I just picked that song because that was like clearly the single, but it's not. That's not my favorite track on the album. But the album is really, really good, and that's why they're number 17 on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025. I got this. Okay, a lot of people are probably going to be a little upset with me because I know this was a lot of people's favorite emo album of the year, but hopefully I'm going to convince you otherwise. But no doubt, an excellent album, and not to mention that, but they're, you know, somewhat. I wouldn't say they're a local band to me in any sense, but they are from the province that I live in. This is, of course, Arm's Length. There's a whole world out there. I apologize to anyone I have offended by putting this album at number 16 as opposed to number 1. Probably just my own. I actually like really like this band and I really like this album. It's just like I just felt like there's a couple albums out there that I thought were like, you know, really, really high caliber. And not that this one's not. It's just like you know, like I said, it probably speaks to my own personal taste. But yeah, they're from Quinte West, Ontario, which is kind of between, if I'm not mistaken, east of Toronto, in between kind of Toronto and Kingston, or Toronto and Montreal. If you're going out, you're driving the 401 out east, like you'd be going to Montreal. But yeah, so somewhat, you know, within a couple hours drive from where I'm from. So I didn't even know that. I just found that out now. So that's really cool. I think that's like super cool that they're from that close to me. And I'm gonna play you the second track off the album, "Fatal Flaw," off of Arm's Lengths. Arm's Lengths. There's a whole world out there. I'm actually wondering if I've seen them, seeing as they live so close to me now.
I've never been held up so high, but I can see my house from here. Figured I could fall in line, but I'd only divide every hemisphere. Historically, I've repeated at the worst of times. I'll do the same this time next year. I didn't think I'd last this long, but I proved myself wrong out of spite or fear. So I'll apologize in advance to keep the blood from my hands. The pain was all but planned. Look at what you've done. Do you see how far you've come? Romanticize the past for fucking once. Know your younger self would be so proud, but you're nothing like them now. As you cover and cut off parts of yourself that ever felt or made you once stand out. Pick all your The moon keeps the sun at arm's length, for she fears she would get burned. They have joint custody of Earth, they just take turns. Another trip around the sun, why does it feel like one too much? Each year's another wound, death by 1,000 cuts. We know the Earth is spinning, but we have never seen it spin. I'd like to think that you're still here in that same sense. Another trip around the sun, why does it feel like one too much? Each year's another wound, death by 1,000 cuts. Sit still and look at what you've done. Do you think you're too far gone? Romanticize the past for fucking once. No, your younger self would chalk it all up to luck or my lack thereof. Bear the burden of my blood and pray to God if diluted enough.
That was Fatal Flaw off of Arm's Length's new album. There is a whole world out there. Great album especially if you're into that pop punk Midwest emo with a slight touch of post hardcore. Yeah, like I said, I apologize to everybody I know there was a lot of people on the Reddit, my previous Reddit post, who's had that as their favorite album or like album of the year, but my personal album of the year, I'm still going through everything, but I'm leaning towards either Maruja, which is a post punk band, or maybe like the New Eves. But Lambrini Girls was also really good. The post punk albums, post punk had a shitload of really good albums this year. But yeah, that New Eves album is crazy, and it's one of the most different and intriguing albums I've heard in a really long time. But and Maruja kind of like took their kind of jazzy post punk and went in a different direction, kind of more towards like what Idols are, but like worlds better than Idols. Like if you like Idols, they're like a million times better. But yeah, check out Maruja's Pain to Power if you didn't watch my post punk list, because that album is mind-blowingly good. But yeah, Arm's Length. There's a whole world out there. Number 16 on my list of. I won't attribute it to everybody because I want to make you feel bad. But like, yeah, I'm number 16 on my list of top 30 emo albums of 2025. Number 15. I would say it's another band that's very similar that people also really loved. I know a lot of people were mentioning it, and this band had my favorite EP last year. My favorite emo album last year was Stay Inside, and they've been putting out albums like crazy because they put out another album this year, which is absolutely wild. But Kerosene Heights was my number one favorite emo EP last year, and I absolutely love this band. I was actually, for a while, I was fully expecting this to be my favorite emo album of the year until I kind of like, I did a deep dive into some of the stuff that I missed, and I was like finding like banger after banger, and I had this like right at the top, and I ended up pushing it down all the way to number 15. So after a few different listens, but I still really love this album, and I just want to say it only slightly eked out Arm's Length. But yeah, Kerosene Heights. Oh shit, what is it called? I forget now. Shit. Blame It on the Weather. Blame It on the Weather. Yeah. And I'm gonna play you. It looks like I like the first couple tracks, but it looks like the single is Waste My Time, so I'm just gonna play that for you.
Took a walk in the rain and got lost in the undertow of everything I never meant to be your enemy. Is it like that? Is it like that?
Yeah, that was Waste My Time. There is a video for that song as well, so if you want to go check that out, you can watch it on their Bandcamp or on YouTube. Kerosene Heights, Blame It on the Weather, out of Asheville, North Carolina. Getting into the top 15, so we're halfway through the list there of the top 30 emo albums of 2025, and we got some bangers to come. This next band was a band I kind of just like found late in, like, I think I didn't even find this album until like December sometime, and kind of just like gave it a listen and put it aside. Then it wasn't until I came back to it that I ended up like ranking it at number 14. And this is the album, or sorry, the band's Strange Heaven Autumn, out of Coventry, Connecticut. And the album's called Deteriorate. I will say that I think like Kerosene Heights and the Arm's Length album are of similar caliber, but I am very partial for like the twinkly riffs, and that's what separated put Kerosene Heights above Arm's Length in my opinion. Arm's Length needs like a little more twinkly riffs in my opinion, but I still good at what they do. I'm also like, I grew up listening to like, you know, melodic and skate punk, and I was never when I was younger, I was never much into pop punk. So everything that's like a little bit more punk leaning, I'm a little bit more critical of. And that's just my own personal taste. But yeah, Strange Heaven Autumn, their new album, Deteriorate, and I am going to play you the song. It's spelled IGE, so I don't know exactly how to pronounce that. Ige, I would say Ige. So hopefully that's right. But this is Ige from Strange Heaven Autumn's new album Deteriorate, out of Coventry, Connecticut. This is a second Connecticut band on the list today, by the way. Yeah, Megacephalus in the chat here pointed out that they've only had 73 Spotify listeners, so please go give them some love, because this album is an absolute fucking banger, man. Highly, highly underrated, in my opinion. Clearly, if they've only have 73, Bandcamp listeners, but yeah, I mean, you got to start somewhere. You start as a local band before people start noticing you. Then when people start noticing you, then you open up. You're an opening act for bigger bands that are coming through. And like, I don't know how big of a town Coventry is. I don't know shit about Connecticut, but maybe they're a small town, and bands don't come close to them, so they're not getting on any gigs. But they're very talented, and very worthwhile of some praise. That was Strange Heaven Autumns Deteriorate. As I mentioned, they're from Coventry, Connecticut. Number 14 on my list of top 30 emo albums of 2025. Very, very, very good album. So please go give them some love, because they absolutely deserve it. For number 13, we are coming to Canada, to probably my favorite. They're on my favorite. What is probably my favorite discovery of 2025, which is We're Trying Records. I know I was talking about them in Reddit there, and oh shit, I gotta go down this. Because they're an emo record label, and they have some of the highest caliber. Hey, take care, Megacephalus. Appreciate you watching, man. You can come back and watch the VODs if you want to come check out the rest of the list, or you can add me on Instagram at the Arbiter of Cool and just check out my post there. Take care, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Avec Plaisirs from Montreal. And they're on We're Trying Records, and they're one of several Canadian emo bands on there. But let's go to We're Trying Records. I gotta download the cover anyways. We're Trying Records is out of Austin, Texas, but they're grabbing emo bands up left, right, and center, and have some of the most consistently good, one of the most consistently good release schedules, at least of last year, that I've ever seen. And they've already got at least one release for this year out. So in both, they had tons of EPs. My favorite EP this year was Guest Room Status. They're out of Ottawa, Canada, which is very close to Montreal. That was my favorite emo EP of this year. So yeah, please go watch that if you didn't watch my top 50 list of top 15 emo EPs from this year. But yeah, Avec Plaisir is another great kind of twinkly emo, an emo band with somewhat Midwest emo with them twinkly riffs there. And really good. And this is the second album in a row from Avec Plaisir that has been super high quality. There we go. Finally got the album cover ready for you there. That's what it looks like there. Just a nice painting of a room. And I am going to play you the introductory track, which is What Does Your Tattoo Mean?
That was What Does Your Tattoo Mean from Avec Plaisirs, active listening out of Montreal, Quebec. We're getting into like the really, really high caliber albums now, starting basically with this album here. Um, Everything from here on out is like an incredibly good album from start to finish. And I highly recommend that you go and anything you see featured that you like, you go through and listen to the entire album because you know the bands work hard doing that entire album. And I'm a huge proponent of listening to these albums holistically, as I've said before, as opposed to just picking and choosing one or two tracks. Because when you listen to a full album, it kind of takes you on a journey, right? It's like reading a good book; you get immersed in it, and then you're sad when it's over. But the beauty of this music is that you can just put it on repeat, right? So, but yeah, number 13 on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025, and another banger, one of my favorite new bands in the emo realm. I feel when I saw that they had a new album, I was like, okay, this is without even hearing the album, I was like, this is gonna be my favorite emo album of the year. I know it. I was wrong, but it's still a really good album. But their previous albums have all been on the top of my list. The last EP and the last album were my favorite emo album and favorite emo EP of those years, respectively. And might I say, another fucking banger band out of fucking Oklahoma, man. Oklahoma City for Ben Quad and the new album Wisher. This band has been absolutely killing it out there. Like, they cannot make bad music, dude. They've been putting out such a high caliber of releases lately. That if you hadn't heard them and you listen to emo, you must be under a rock. Because I don't know where you're getting your music from if you haven't heard these guys, man. Because they are absolutely crazy fucking good. And I'm going to play the song Did You Skip Arts and Crafts featuring Sam Canty.
Hey, what's up, Ben Quad boys? This is Sam Canty. I'm calling because I heard your new record, dude. I'm gonna be quite honest. Y'all ain't the fucking same anymore. Y'all have changed, man. And it'd be one thing if I understand you wanted to go heavier on that last thing. I get it. But come on. Y'all got the sound. You know what your sound is. Quit trying to fucking change it.
What's it feel like staring at these pictures? You've always been the one to point out my failures. I'm just not doing it right. I'm always playing it wrong. You know where I fucked up. Your favorite part of a song. What's the point in trying hard to change this? You're always victimizing impeccable and blameless. I never made the right choice. I'm always saying it wrong. You know where I fucked up. Your favorite part of a song. I dropped all of my savings in the wishing well. Was it really worth the payoff? Only time will tell. I've spent months away from home. They say they're all proud of me. How come I never hear from you until it's something you need? What's it feel like staring at these pictures? You've always been the one to point out my failures. I'm just not doing it right. I'm always playing it wrong. You know where I fucked up. Your favorite part of a song. What's the point in trying hard to change this? You're always victimized, impeccable and
I love this band. I will say that as opposed to Sam Canty on the introductory phone message there, I like the heavier part, the aspects of the last couple albums. I'm actually, uh, if I was critical of this album at all, I would say it's going in too much of a pop punk direction, along the lines of like Hot Mulligan. It sounds like that song sounds very, very Hot Mulligan to me. And I like the sound that you guys had on the last couple releases. So I mean, hey, if you take my word for it, you were doing the right thing, and I would have stuck with that as opposed to like I said, I still love this album, but I don't like it as much as the last two releases. I'm gonna be straight, perfectly honest with you there. But still a banger album, still a fucking killer band, 100%. I know they came through Toronto at least once, and I missed them because I was working. But I'm definitely gonna make an effort to see them next time they come through for sure, because I do love this band, and they're number 12 on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025. Moving right along to number 11, we are going back to New York City for the second time today, and to the band Moving Mountains and their album Pruning of the Lower Limbs. Really love this album, and just gonna play you the opening track, I think. Let's see what we got here. Move this over. Yeah, I'm gonna play you the opening track, Ghosts.
Yeah, that was Ghosts by Moving Mountains from their new album Pruning of the Lower Limbs, kind of like emo juggernauts there, right? Beautiful, beautiful album. Number 11 on our list of, very post rock leaning as well, right? So, but yeah, number 11 on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025. And it's the perfect album to have before this next one because this next band is from Brampton, Ontario, which is pretty close to me, about an hour away from where I live. And I got to get the album cover. And it is, well, they cite three bands as their inspiration. One of them being Moving Mountains, which we just listened to. The others being, of course, American Football, which is probably the most quintessential emo band to have ever existed. And then my favorite emo band of all time, because I've been watching them since I've been like 14 years old. And, I've worked with Kenny several times because I work as a stagehand and Kenny's a guitar tech for Alexis on Fire and Dashboard Confessional. Plus he also plays guitar in Dashboard Confessional, and of course he's the lead singer of Moneen. Moneen's also from Brampton, so these guys are keeping that Brampton emo legacy alive. And I forget what the other band was called, but there was a band on my EP list that was also from Brampton. So, Brampton's still out there killing the emo game. And yeah, this album is really good. I kind of listened to it and then forgot about it and then came back to it and I was like, and didn't really remember I didn't really recognize how good this album really is until I came back to it and listened to it a couple times. But this is the band New Design. The album is called Keepsake. Like I said, they're from Brampton, Ontario, and they take inspiration from Moneen, American Football, and Moving Mountains. If imitation is the greatest form of flattery, all those bands should be flattered. But this album is really good. I will say that I just saw Moneen play about less than a month ago, and they did hint at there being a new album this year, or at least they're working on a new album this year. I don't know if it'll come out this year or next year, but they hinted at some new music, which is super fucking exciting. It's about the most exciting announcement I've heard in the emo world since Thursday dropped those 3 tracks earlier last year. But yeah, this is New Design from their new album Keepsake, the song Wish. Breaking into the top 10, by the way.
Hear the Monine inspiration here. Yeah, that was Wish from the new album Keepsake by New Design out of Brampton, Ontario. You can really hear all the inspirations in there too. They have the chill post-rock vibe of Moving Mountains. They got the ambient like pedal shit going on, like especially like and like when I came in and noted that you could really hear the Monine inspiration there, and of course, if you listen, especially if you listen to the rest of the album, they got those twinkly riffs of American football. So the best of all three worlds. You can't get much better than that, man. Well, I guess you can get 9 better than that, but because it's number 10 on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025, but such a good, underrated album. Please go listen to it. New Design, Keepsake, Brampton, Ontario. Home of Monine, keeping the legacy alive. For number 9, we're going to Brooklyn, New York, and another feature on another list from a solo musician doing everything himself, or themselves at least. I don't want to impose upon it being him, but like or pose upon them being him. But this is Key versus Locket. The new album is I Felt Like a Sketch. They did all the instrumentals themselves, mixed the whole album, did the whole production, played all the instruments, wrote all the songs, did all the production themselves. And this album is so fucking good. And so like like I said, every time I see a solo project like this that puts out like such a high quality album, it like literally blows my mind. Also slightly disappoints me because I wonder how they'll ever be able to play live. So hopefully they have friends that they can bring on board that can keep up the high caliber of musicianship. But man, Key versus Locket, I Felt Like a Sketch, and this is the song Half Enough.
Don't go! That fucking look on your face! Running from anywhere. It's like you don't wanna be there at all. And when I wanted to sleep, I could be someone I'm meant to be. Nothing that I do is half enough. don't try to match the pieces. You don't know me at all. I wanna be someone who's there to love you fall. I'll stay with you for no reason, but I won't be there long. So when I take my leave, no, it wasn't your fault. It was never your I should leave and tell you all my 1,000 words, and I don't know how this part of my brain works. Yes, I tried and I tried to keep it down. I look my best just in case you come around. Yeah, I might be looking dead and I should stop, but this couple in the subway look like us. Say you're far, so I know you get on sick, but when you get there, can you call me any?
Você está com medo, Lola?
Yeah, that was Key versus Locket. The song Half Enough off of their new album, I Felt Like a Sketch. He's a Brazilian American from Niterói, by the way. Niterói, Brazil. Just thought I'd point that out. And man, such a good album. To think that he's playing the guitar, the bass, writing the songs, singing the songs, playing the drums, playing the motherfucking trumpet. Dude is a freaking, musical phenom. Absolutely incredible job. I just want to say that. Obviously, the production value isn't as good as a lot of the other albums because this guy is doing it all himself, right? So not only is he playing all those instruments, writing the songs, singing the songs, he's also producing and mixing the damn album himself too. Really, really mind blowing work by Key versus Locket out of Brooklyn, New York. So good. Highly recommend the album. If you love that like twinkly emo kind of shit there. Keeping on with the jangle, the jangly riffs there. We're going with number 8, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Probably my biggest regret this year was that I was trying to get tickets to see this band. I was put on the wait list by the ticket company, and then they released a ticket to me, but I only had 3 hours to purchase it. And when they released it to me, I had my phone in my bag and I was at work. And when I got to my phone at lunch, I immediately tried to buy a ticket, and they'd already, the 3 hours had passed, and I missed out on the opportunity to go see them. This is Algernon Cadwallader from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I mean, no question, one of the best emo albums of the year, if not up there with some of the best albums of the year. Trying Not to Have a Thought. I am going to play you the introductory track, Hawk.
There was already distance, wide as the sky. I like to know
Such a good album, and might I say that the color palette of their album cover and record release really goes nice with my Invalids shirt. My Invalids shirt. Oh, I love the Invalids, man. Where have they been? Where have the Invalids been, man? They need to put out a new record. That last record was fucking crazy, man. But yeah, Algernon, Cadwaller, with the very nice, neon pastel color palette, um, and some very jangly, twinkly riffs going on there. I love the riffage, man. I love a riffy track. I love a riffy album, and I love me some riffy emo. But yeah, trying not to have a thought. Algernon Cadwaller out of Philadelphia, PA, number 8 on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025. Going on to number 7, something in a similar vein, only from San Diego, California. We got Aren't We Amphibians and their new album Parade Parade. I really like this. I really like this album cover, by the way. Yeah, Aren't We Amphibians? For the longest time, I had this. I would say a majority of the year, I had this in my folder. I kind of try to keep track, like half-assed, as I'm going through, because like sometimes when I'm listening to stuff, I'm doing something, so I don't listen as attentively as I do to other times. But I had listened to this album pretty attentively, so for the longest time, it was at the top of my list for most of the year. It eventually got on the returning and re-listening aspect of making the list, kind of downgraded it to number 7, but still, I would still say a top tier album as far as emo albums goes. Yeah, so I'm going to play you the track called Dunce Hat off of Parade Parade by Aren't We Amphibians out of San Diego, California. Man, that song is good. This album is so good, bro. Like I said, this album was for the longest time at the top of my list. It's just such a good album. And you could hear him like reflecting on starting to get success in this song as a band. So yeah, respect and well deserved. Might I say? And Aren't We Amphibians? Parade out of San Diego, California. If you have not listened to this album, please go listen to it because it is banger, banger after banger from start to finish. Really crazy good album. But yeah, number 7 on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025, and like I said, I'm a little partial to this kind of style of emo, so we're gonna keep it going in a similar vein with a band from Rancho Santa Margarita, California. The band Stereosity. The album New Life Will Grow, which seems to be, at least in a little bit of a sense, a bit of a concept album because they have song New Life Will Grow, Sprout, Bloom, stuff like that, which are some of the best songs, by the way. But they also have an ode to Cocaine Bear, which I also really appreciate as a horror movie fan. So yeah, this is Stereosity's Bloom.
Sit down, wait for the earth to draw you, not to live through a sudden rust, ever change, sticking wild to wild, finding breakthroughs. Doesn't feel that's world, no voice on table. Turn off the lights and lock the doors and drive all night.
That was Stereosity, the song Bloom off of their new album, New Life Will Grow. Sorry, I apologize. I forgot to put up the album cover. There it is. This is the beautiful album cover of a painting with a cabin, dilapidated cabin with a tree growing out of it, and some deer that are also your sleep paralysis demons. Yes. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful album. Super twinkly, jangly riffs, which is what I love the most out of my emo music. Thank you, American football, for making me that way. But oh, somebody says, oh, you're back. What's up? Oh, Sweet Pill. Oh, Stereosity's playing with Sweet Pill. Damn, bro. I hope they play in Toronto. I hope they play in Toronto with Sweet Pill because that's a hell of a fucking. That's a hell of a lineup there, man. This album's really good, man. This album's really good. Like I think it's like slightly underrated. But like I could tell why. Like the production quality is not the greatest, but if you're into the twinkly jangly riffage like I am, then like that album is right up your alley. And you came back at the perfect time because we're about to go to Michigan for number 5 with Saturdays at Your Place. the new album These Things Happen out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. Where in Michigan are you from? Are you from Kalamazoo? Megacephalus? Yeah, Kalamazoo, man. I don't know much about Kalamazoo. Really don't know anything about it at all. But I'm glad that this band is out there killing it because I really love this album. This album I had it under Aren't We Amphibians for a while, and then I came back and listened to it, and I was like, man, this album is so good. And I am going to play the track "Waste Away" for you. Let me set it up. I think I forgot to set it up here. Oh, my landlord's dog is going crazy out there. Waste Away. Nice. It's a good number one, man. It's a good number one.
I wanna waste away till I'm nothing but a memory. I wanna lay in place till I'm nothing at all. With every emotion I can feel so many different ways to stand still. I wanna stay in place, I wanna stay in place, I wanna stay inside. I wanna waste away till I'm nothing but a memory. I wanna lay in place till I'm nothing at all. With every emotion I can feel. Don't wanna look at the view from the top of the hill. Don't wanna be alright, don't wanna be alright, don't wanna be alright. And you said, do you remember the last time you felt alright? In hindsight, I'll realize I followed out my insides. Remind me to remember that this won't last forever. But can we really count on that? Can we really count on that? Feels like you're holding something back. Feels like you're holding something back. I'm always holding something back. Always holding something back. Remind me, remind me, remind me. Remind me to remember that this won't last forever. When I'm worn out, quick-tempered, there is no reasoning with me. I can't remember the last time I felt alive. I'm always holding something back.
Oops, kind of let that play through by accident. Gotta fix that. 1 second. Yeah, I'm not. Man, Heart to Gold. I can't think of exactly what they sound like, but I know I've listened to them before. But Space is awesome. Yeah, female fronted Buffalo hardcore. They play. We have a. I live in St. Catharines, which is where Alexis on Fire is from. But we have like a huge hardcore scene here. We put on like really good hardcore shows at like a local Legion Hall, and like they're wild as hell. And Space came because Buffalo's about 30 minutes from here, so I go to shows in Buffalo all the time. And Space came played in our little town here last year, probably in like May or something like that. Yeah, love Space. Heart to Gold. I can't think of exactly who they are, but I know I've listened to them before for sure. But yeah, that Saturdays at Your Place album. You know, if you're playing like pop punky Midwest emo and you crack my top five, you're doing something right. Especially when you're not as jangly as some of those other bands there. But amazing album. Um, for the next one, we are going to. Oh wait, where are they from again? Oh yeah, Chicago, Illinois. Another band that I think is like super underrated. I didn't see like on Reddit and stuff. I didn't see anybody mention this band. And it's like they are. Whoops. Did I copy that? Yeah. Any two words. Wait, is it just any two word? Is there no S in the name? I gotta double check this. Yeah, any two words. It doesn't look like I don't see the S on there. Maybe it's just because it's small. Oh yeah, it is there. Yeah, any two words. The album is Under Graduation Period. An iconic. If you've ever been to Chicago, that building is so iconic. Like that weird parking garage looking building that's right by the House of Blues. I love Chicago. I walked from basically like downtown Chicago like 6 hours all the way to like the Cubs stadium and back again, just like walking, checking out the architecture and all that shit. Like on St. Patrick's Day, when a couple of years ago, I did an American Amtrak pass, and I went from Buffalo to New Orleans, started in Mardi Gras, then went a whole bunch of different places over a month, and then ended up at Chicago for St. Patrick's Day. So it was a pretty wild time. I did like, although in New Orleans I did like a bunch of acid and mushrooms, and I was having fun when I was at the parades, but when I was still on acid and I went to Bourbon Street, it wasn't very fun. I was like, I'm pretty sure I like damaged my teeth. Like I did like a decade's worth of damage to my teeth just by grinding them. But yeah, love Chicago. Love this band. Any two words. Under Graduation. I am going to play you the song "Bucks in Six," which is weird. Why are they rooting for the Bucks? Aren't the Bucks from Milwaukee?
But I'm curious for you. Do you view this season as a failure?
Oh my god.
Tripping over ancient potholes, flipping vacant pages in American novels. I look for headlights in my driveway, Bible on the nightstand for when no one comes to get me. It's too bad we can't go back to being new friends. It's too bad we can't go back. Tripping through our 18th summer, ripping to the thought this time I might just get her number. We'll look for headlights in my driveway, touchdown in the friend zone and another stupid party. And it's too bad we can't go back to being new friends. It's so bad I can't look back.
Isn't that weird? Isn't that stupid? Is it just me? Am I just what you expected? Isn't that weird? Isn't that stupid? Is it just me? Am I just what
just what you expected.
Yeah, somebody explain to me why this band isn't like popping off crazy, man. This album is so fucking good, dude. It's so fucking good, man. It's like probably the best one of the I think it's maybe the best jangly album, except for maybe number one, but like I mean like my number one on this year's list, but like dude, this album's crazy. It's crazy good. Any two words, undergraduation with a period at the end, from Chicago, Illinois. That was the song Bucks and Six. Um, insane album. Insane album. Number four on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025. Bringing us to number three. The top three. I don't know, man. I think this should probably be at the top of my list if I was a smarter person, because this band, their album, they released an album last year. They released an album this year. It was number one on my list last year. Their album Faded Away, and their new album Longer. This is of course Stay Inside from Brooklyn. Longer. They did it. They fucking did it again, bro. They did it again. It's crazy. They're on a fucking hot streak, man. Two albums in 2 years, both some of the best emo album, one like both up there with the best emo albums of each particular year. I would say two of the best emo albums of the decade at this point. Crazy, and I saw that they were playing. I just saw that they were playing Poozza Fest in Montreal, which means I'm going to Poozza Fest. I know I'm going to probably watch most of the shit for free, but I'm definitely buying a day ticket for whatever venue they're playing at, because I need to see me some Stay Inside. Or hopefully they play at in Toronto on the way in or out of that festival, because then I have a good chance of being able to work the show and go for free, or even get paid. Even better, I could get paid to go see the show, which is always the ideal scenario in my opinion, which is why I have the best job in the world, right? So, number three, Stay Inside, out of Brooklyn, New York. This is the song. Whoops, can't see it. Counting Electric Sheep. Wait, that is the right genre, right? Yeah.
I caught a glimpse again. I saw his skin first, then it's mauled, its jaw, it gets worse. I don't wanna watch that stuff, no. I wanna see show hands of anybody who believes me. Don't look at me like paranoia's not exactly what I need. Fuck off. My old cry is a waste of sound. falling on me. Now fuck off. This bar was built on a graveyard. When I woke up, my friends in the front, they were paved on. Oh, this bar was built on a graveyard. When I woke up, my friends in the front and also the back of the bar, they were paved over. Oh my God! I wanna see you show a hand of anybody in the CIA who's cutting holes in every story 'cause they're falling through the page. I wanna see you show a hand. Does anybody really live like this? Give me a smile, baby. Show their teeth before they're jumping on me.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute. Yeah, well, they see the thing is that why I like them so much is because they combine two of my favorite styles of music, post punk. What you're hearing is definitely the post punk aspect of them. Like they're like emo-y post punk, but I'd say they're predominantly an emo band. Especially if you listen to the last album, go listen to "Ferried Away." "Ferried Away." This album is they've gone in a slightly different direction, but go listen to "Ferried Away" from last year, which was my favorite emo release from last year. That is definitively an emo album, but this time they've added like a kind of post-punk style, which I also like. I love I just did like a 30 best 30 of album post-punk list yesterday or 2 days ago, and I easily could have done a list of 50 if I had time to go through more because there was just so many good post-punk albums this year. But like, man, yeah, and like, you know, we get a lot, like emo has a lot of like shoegazy crossover, but not a lot of more post-punk aspects along this line, which is really cool. Yeah, and I try to get like a bunch of I try to like cover a lot of different crossover styles on my lists. The only so number 3 on the list, "Stay Inside" Longer out of Brooklyn, New York. Amazing album. Like I said, I probably should have put that at number 1. That easily could be the album best emo album of the year for sure. The next one, I normally don't put albums like this on my list because I generally classify them all. I actually had a bunch that I had like there were like emo post-hardcore crossovers, screamo scrams kind of shit, but I usually put all that shit in the post-hardcore section when I do my lists, only if it's like predominantly like jangly emo riffs with some screaming over top do I include it. And I had several albums in this vein in the category for consideration, and I ended up moving most of those into the post-hardcore section. But this one I did keep, and this one somebody on Reddit put me onto. I can't remember their name, but somebody mentioned this on Reddit, and I went and listened to this, and I was like, holy shit, this is good. It's pretty much an EP as well. It's 8 tracks, but one's like an intro, but I still kept it in. It's a very short album. It's probably like 20 minutes long, but I still threw because of the way I list things. If it's 7 tracks or under, I put it in the EP section. If it's 8 tracks or more, granted, it's not like a post rock album where all the songs are like 20 minutes long, but like yeah, this is like the only really screamo album that I left in the emo section, because I love me some, like I said, I'm from the town that Alexis on Fire is from, so I grew up on that. I went to Alexis on Fire's very first show ever in Niagara Falls, so I've been listening to screamo for as long as it's been around. Also, my favorite band, well, like one of my probably three or four favorite bands of all time is Boy Sets Fire, which is like one of the earliest post-hardcore bands out there, other than like Rites of Spring and stuff like that, right? But yeah, Silent Majority, and also Megacephalus. If you're still here, this band's from Michigan. They're called Jingwei. Do you know where they're from? Do you know where in Michigan they're from? Because I couldn't figure it out. They're from Michigan. So I feel like if anybody has a chance to see them, it's you. The band is Jingwei, Jingwei, and the album is Songs Only We Know. And I'm going to play while you check and see if one of the chatters, Megacephalus, is from Michigan, so he's going to see if he can figure out where they're from. And I'm going to play the song Mana Burn in the meantime. And because these songs are so short, and I love this album so much, I think it's like super underrated. I mean, the only downfall on it is like the production quality is not great, but like, man, if this album had like high-end production quality, it would be up there. From merchant ships. Interesting. Yeah, no, I'm not sure. I looked on their Instagram and on their Bandcamp, and it doesn't say. It just says Michigan. So the thing is that they might be from a bunch of different cities. So they just put Michigan, and they might just like, you know what I mean. They might be from several different cities and just come together and play. Might be one of those kind of things. So they just put generally Michigan. But I'm gonna play the song, the first song, Dazing, because it's only a minute and 35 seconds, and then I'm gonna get ready for our number one release. But this is number two best emo album of 2025 out of my list of 30. Jingwei's Songs Only We Know. Like I said, maybe it's a post-hardcore album. I don't care. Like I said, it has mostly emo-ish part. That's the probably most hardcore song on the album. The rest are like more or less just like emo with screaming. So yeah, I'm going to play Dazing, and then we'll get on to our number one. Yeah, man. Like they have such like twinkly riffs that I felt like they still kind of fell in the emo category. And I love when I can find like like I said, somebody in Reddit turned me onto these guys, and super stoked that they did because I'm gonna definitely be following this band from here on out. But love when you can find like basically a local band, and they're so good that you know what I mean. You can help promote them, and hopefully some help more people find out about them, and give them a little promotion when you can. Um, that's Jingwei. Probably should have been the number one number one on my EPs list, considering the album's like maybe 17 minutes long, probably not even. But you know what I mean. If it's 8 tracks or more, I put it in the full length album list, and that's why it's here today. And you know what I mean. At 17 minutes, they still outshone 28 other albums plus the other bands that didn't even make it on the list. So props to Jingwei, and super stoked to hearing more from you guys out there. Hopefully you guys come across this because I'm sure you'd appreciate it. But yeah, number 2 on our list of top 30 emo albums of 2025, which gets us to our number 1. Apologies to Stay Inside because like I said, I probably should have put you at number 1, but this album impressed me so fucking much. Of all the jangly, twinkly riffs out there, this one, this album impressed me the most. They are from Springfield, Missouri. This is the band Trash, but they just go by TRSH. Just yeah, they don't even. It's not even up here. But the band it's just spelled TRSH. There's no vowels. There's no A. They've taken out the A of the from the name. But yeah, from Springfield, Missouri. The new album is called String Theory, and I'm gonna play a couple tracks for you. But let's see what they feature on here. They feature the song Dusty on here. All right, we'll start with Dusty, and then we'll start with Drown Me in a Bathtub Filled with Wingstop Ranch. We'll start with that, then we'll move on to Dusty. Let me get that. I was too preoccupied there. So let's get this. This is a shorty too, and then we'll play Dusty after this. This is another short album. There's 11 tracks, but all of them are like between 1.5 minutes and under 3 minutes long. So another short album here, but a goodie.
I have wasted every opportunity that has been handed right to me. Slow down and try to crawl out. Feet off our guilt and try not to pass out. Why are you smiling? You live and you learn, getting what you deserve. Your place on this earth will always have to be earned. Your lips and your teeth, they mean nothing to me. I keep trying to figure out what it means to be myself. Can you tell that I'm distant now? I am just like everyone else. I want things to be perfect. I wanna know if this is worth it. You are the salt of the earth at the center of some days that I hardly remember. I have wasted every opportunity that has been handed right to me. You were handed right to me. You are things I am not. Black on my lungs, a reminder that one night's not enough. I think I'm falling out of touch. I am a cancer and you are an open wound. All the things I wish that I could do, but we're stuck here in this room. We've got nothing to do but fall in our love and smoke away these awful thoughts. We both probably had them. I know I have had them.
Man, yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. So Megacephalus is saying like the dude plays so fast, as you can hear, and he's also left-handed guitar player, man. But yeah, those riffs, those riffs go so fucking hard. This album is just so good. Like it definitely deserves the top spot for sure. I know, like, I feel like it's like a David versus Goliath thing, Trash is like the fucking Goliath, and like Stay Inside is the Juggernaut. I mean, sorry, Trash is David, and Stay Inside is the Juggernaut Goliath that they outshine. From Free Throw, yeah, for sure. I love Free Throw. Free Throw is awesome. I also what's the band that plays all the songs about fruit? Oh my god. It's just like it's like a emo, like a fingerstyle emo band that has no lyrics, and all the songs are like the names of fruits. Oh, what the fuck band is that? I actually saw them. I saw them at this show. The Invalids played with the. I have a fucking shirt of them somewhere. I use it for work all the time. It's got cherries on it. It starts with an S, but I can't now. I can't think of it. Oh my god. But yeah, it reminds me of that dude too, or Invalids, or like there's a crazy good like super mathy technical emo band from Toronto called Old Pets. They don't have anything recorded. I have one video on my regular account, Josh Cornell, on YouTube that I took when I saw that Invalid show, and man, are they crazy good! Like the dude plays like I want to say a 6 or 8 string bass, and there's 2 guitarists, and all of them are tapping. They're all like playing fingerstyle tapping, and like it's just like, and it's so good. I was just like, dude, how have you guys not recorded anything? That's just fucking crazy, man. They don't even ever play shows, so it's like I don't even know if they're still even around. I think they're all in like a music program or something, and just like all liked emo music, and so they just like started jamming together. But yeah, Old Pets, check them out if you can find them. Like I said, I don't know if they've recorded anything yet, but when I saw them a year or two ago, they hadn't had anything recorded. But yeah, Free Throw is awesome, and man, love those riffs. I'm gonna play one more track, Dusty, which seems to be the single off of this album, and then I'm gonna come back and do a recap, and then yeah, I'll see you on the next one. The next one will probably be like, I'll probably do post-hardcore next, just because like it's the next obvious. I've already listened to some of those albums when I was going through this one and moved them over there, so it'll probably be easier for me. I'll probably do post-hardcore EPs next, but yeah, for now, this is Dusty by Trash from their album String Theory.
Yeah, that was Dusty. Trash's String 3, #1 on our list, top 30 emo albums of the year. Megacephalus says 2025 was a great year. I agree. Not only for like, dude, emo, post-hardcore, hardcore. I'd say it was like a slight. It was a week in like I grew up listening to like melodic punk and skate punk mostly, so I still listen to a lot of that. I would say it was slightly weak year in that realm. It was a little bit weak, but post punk was insane. Emo was incredibly good, probably one of the best years in recent history. Um, Post hardcore, absolutely crazy. There is so I have like in my I just I like listen to stuff and then I kind of put it in a best folder of the ones that I definitely want to go back and check again. And I have everything else just in another folder that's kind of like, maybe I wasn't listening attentively enough. I go back and listen to everything again, or at least check it out. Like, refresh myself on it. And then if it like if I feel like I like underappreciated it, I'll go back and listen to the whole thing again. But I got like so many like EPs in the post hardcore and metalcore too. Like there wasn't a lot of good metalcore albums, but there was a crazy amount of good metalcore EPs this year. Like I have probably have 70 in my folder, like on in each one. It's crazy. Probably around early 2000s, 2025, reminds me of 2003. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, I feel like YouTube kind of fills that void in a bit of a sense. He says, Megacephalus says he came up around 2000s. Reminds me of 2003, but without the MTV Much Music influence. But yeah, I totally agree. But yeah, like I said, yeah, I feel like there's almost like less incentive to make music videos. I guess still YouTube, so I feel like bands aren't putting as much effort into music videos as they used to. So you're not getting like the super high production quality unless they're like a really big band, you know what I mean? And they got like label money to use or whatever, right? But I feel like at least YouTube somewhat fill and like Bandcamp, you can feature your music video on Bandcamp if you want as well. But like, yeah, I know most people use Spot. I don't use Spotify, but like, I know a lot of people do, and I'm not sure if you can watch videos on that or not, to be perfectly honest. Um, yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Pop off on the short videos. Um, but yeah, crazy, crazy good. Especially on the top tier of the emo this year, like so good. And I'm super stoked to catch a lot of shows this year. Hopefully, we just had a new mid-size venue open up in my town, so hopefully, because like basically we have only like a 200 room venue, and then like the Legion, which can also fit like probably 200 or so, maybe 250 people, that we put hardcore shows on. But we don't really have like a mid-size venue to draw bigger bands. We only have like a OHL hockey arena, and like I mean Offspring's played there and stuff like that, and like Simple Plan and bigger bands like that. But we were missing like a mid-sized venue, so I'd always have to go to like either Hamilton, Ontario, which is where like Dirty Nil is from and stuff, and then or obviously Toronto. But I'm luckily enough that I work at venues, so I can oftentimes go to like two of the venues that I work at put on shows that I would regularly pay to go, but because I know people from Live Nation and stuff like that, I can often just get in for free. So it's pretty sweet on that front. I know I'm privileged. I'm privileged in that sense. The three, yeah. I mean, I didn't love. I'm not gonna lie. I did not love the Warped Tour the Warped Tour lineup, but there were some bands that I liked. Right, I went to to kind of show my age. I went to 1998 Warped Tour. I went to. I think the last time I went to Warped Tour was 2000, but my first one was 1998, and that was insane. I actually remember. So like Ice-T played with
Suicidal Tendencies. They played Body Count. I remember like I remember Maryland. So they had a very weird setup where like the two stages were back to back, and they had all the urinals on the side, and it made you had to like walk through like everybody's piss to get from fucking stage to stage. I remember that was one of the big things. And then like I also remember. I mean, obviously I hate Kid Rock because I'm an anarchist, so like I'm beyond left wing, but like Kid Rock played before he was famous, and I remember we were walking through like from booth to booth, just like picking up stickers and compilation CDs and stuff like that. Me and my buddy, and the guys at, at Kid Rock's booth like begged us to go see them, and it was literally like Kid Rock and a drummer. Kid Rock singing and playing turntables and a drummer, and it was me, my buddy, and one other guy watching him. And like, so hopefully that's where he's at now, because like obviously he's like a piece of dog shit, but I thought it was really funny that he ended up getting so famous after being like a nobody on Warped Tour 1998. But yeah, then I went to a bunch of, there was like a music festival in Montebello, Quebec, which is up in the mountains of Quebec, and it's like a town with more cows than people. So it's this tiny ass little town, and it literally they had this huge music festival called Rock Fest, and it was around for a couple of years before I started going, but I started going when it like first started getting big. And the first time I went, it was almost the exact same lineup as 1998 Warped Tour. You could tell the guy who set it up had gone to that festival and just tried to recreate it with like a bunch of extra bands. And like yeah, the whole town was taken over by like punk. It was like they have like a metal stage, and then like a punk stage, and then a two main stages with like big acts. Like Rammstein played one time, Jack Black's band, Weezer and stuff like that. So because they were bringing like hardcore bands, metalcore bands, ska bands, emo bands, punk bands, metal bands, alternative bands. Like they had like literally something for everybody. And the last one was 500,000 people. I broke my rib in the Rancid pit. Was the scariest pit I've ever been in, not because people were moshing, but because there was just so many people that we were all pressed up against one another, and you couldn't even move. I remember somebody dropped like all their money, and you could see like probably like 20 or 30 $20 bills just at your feet in the pit. But if you dared to try to kneel down to try to grab them, you probably wouldn't have been able to get back up, and you probably would have died. So nobody dared. Like, and like I said, I just got, people were pushing, and Rancid was playing, and people were pushing so hard that I cracked my rib. And then Refused also played, and I was I was already in pain, but I was in the Refused pit, and I tried to stay. They had like one of those like barriers down the middle, and like that split the pit in two, which I hate. But it's obviously to cordon off the area where the cables are running to the front of house. And they there were so many crowd surfers that like I had to hold up so many people that it ended up, my rib was originally just like cracked or fractured, but I ended up like completely breaking my rib. And then I spent the whole rest of the summer healing up. And then I was at a Mischief Brew show, and there was probably only like 30 or 40 people at this Mr. Brew show, and I was like recording it, and there was only 2 people in the mosh pit, but the one dude was so like fucking belligerent that he was just like violently pushing the other guy, and I was holding up my camera recording, and he pushed him into me, and he re-broke my rib like right at the end of the summer after I was like literally like 90% healed. So I spent like an entire year with like a broken rib. It was absolutely brutal. But yeah, I mean, I love music festivals. Like I said, if you're into emo music, definitely consider going to Furnace Fest in Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama, at Sloss. Yeah, so bad. But yeah, if you haven't heard of Furnace Fest, definitely check it out because my only beef is that the sound is ass. But the sound on the sound is ass at the main stage and in the shed. But at the emo stage, which is called the pond stage, the sound is always really good. And they have like an emo stage. They have like they call it the shed. It's like a Sloss is like a it's an old steel furnace. It's a national park that was like an old steel like what's it called forging plant. The shed is like a giant aluminum shed with like a bunch of steel shit in the back. It's such a cool scene, and but the vibe of the festival is like it's a barrier free festival except for at the pond stage, but that doesn't really matter anyways because you're not gonna stage dive during an emo or ska band. But like yeah, they have ska and emo bands at the pond. Hardcore and metalcore bands in the shed, and then like the bigger bands on the main stage. Well, 2024 was supposed to be the last year, but they already came back I'm on like the Furnace Fest community page. They already they 2024 was supposed to be the last year, and then 2025 they brought it back again, and they've already announced that they've already like announced that they're going to be releasing pre-sale tickets soon. So I would definitely recommend getting them, even if you don't go, because you can just the price between the early bird sale and the regular and the standard, like the third tier tickets, is like crazy different. It's like $125 to like $375. So even if you buy the ticket and don't end up going, you'll easily be able to resell it and make your money back, no problem. So you know what I mean. But like I said, like at Birmingham, Birmingham's another fucking place I would never go if it wasn't for music. But well, I did have like a bus layover in like Montgomery, Alabama one time. But like yeah, Alabama is such a fucking weird vibe. But like the music community there is awesome, and like for like Under Oath played. I can't remember what album it was, but Under Oath, like in 2024 when I was there last, Under Oath played like one of their albums in full, and like it was absolutely insane. People jumping off the stage, like literally like 70 people up on the stage holding up the singer. Um, Not the last couple of years because I was gonna get a ticket last year, but it was like 375 US, and I was like, well, I don't like the lineup that as much. Like the thing is like that I know that the sound is going to be bad on the main stage, so it's like the only bands that were drawing me there were Converge and like Dillinger Escape Plan. Really, like the rest they had like I'm not a Knock Loose fan. I do not like Knock Loose. I call that shit chodecore. And so I feel like they had like a bunch of chodecore bands that were drawing in like a bunch of like you know, fucking crowd killers and fucking stupid shit like that. So I was like, I don't like the vibe of the bands on it. And, oh, really? Oh, shit. I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize that. I probably would have gone, but so I ended up going to see the Rich Hall, benefit shows in, Rich Hall was like, a guy from Brooklyn or New York, anyways, that booked shows at CBGB's back in the day, and he like helped a lot of the bands that are big today in the hardcore and metalcore scene establish themselves by giving them shots, by putting them on like shows with other bands that were more established in like the New York City area and stuff like that. And not just in New York, he put on shows in the West Coast, East Coast. He was like all over the damn place. And so like all the bands that were at Furnace Fest that I wanted to see ended up playing at the Rich Hall benefit show. So I went to that, and it was amazing. Probably one of the best shows I've ever been to, or two of the best shows because there's two different ones I've ever been to in my life. And yeah, I went to Riot Fest. There was one Riot Fest in Toronto, and then it didn't sell very well, and they ended up giving like away so many free tickets on the radio. So I ended up getting I ended up like like getting a free ticket off the radio, and they sent me three. They sent me three wristbands. So I brought one of my buddies, and I sold like another wristband to like some Belgian dude. And so like I made money going to that show. But I remember it rained so crazily hard, and I thought they were gonna cancel, like, cause like I work setting up music festivals. So like if it lightnings within like 9 kilometers, they have to shut down. They have to take everybody off the stage for at least 30 minutes from the last strike, within a certain number of kilometers or miles, right? And so I'm surprised that in retrospect, I'm surprised that show went through, because I remember Monine was playing, and like their shit was getting so wet that it was just stopping working. Like the electrics were just getting waterlogged. It was one of the craziest. Like it was crazy, and I remember being like, everybody was so drenched, but it was like mud pits, and just like you were so drenched, it was a fun but also a horrible time. And then they never brought Riot Fest back to Canada after that. But yeah, I've never been to Chicago one. I would like to go to a Chicago Riot Fest, not only because I love Chicago, but just because yeah, they get way better lineups there, because all the bands that can't come to Canada end up go there. So yeah, I don't think I would go to a modern incarnation of Warped Tour unless they kind of, because I never went to the latter ones in like the early 2010s, because like by that time it was all like going like all like scene kind of bands, and like alt metal-y shit that I was, like Suicide Silence and all, a Day to Remember and all that shit that I was never and still am not into at all. But yeah, um, yeah, but I love me some music festivals. Like I said, I do Born and Raised every 3 years. I did like the No Effects final tour. Um, so yeah, any big punk festivals that go outdoors, I have like a really good chance of working on. Luckily enough, if in the Toronto and surrounding area. But yeah, um, that was our 30 list of 30 top emo albums of all time. Saturdays played Warped Tour. Yeah, like I said, there was bands that I did like at that last Warped Tour, but like not enough. You know what I mean? Like there, there's a lot of bands that I just didn't care about, and but like I think they should get bands like. There used to be a band called Slaves, but now they're called Soft Play. Like, I feel like that would be a cool Warped Tour band, because it kind of fits in with that, but it also kind of like is cool enough that like the older crowd likes it. Oh yeah, nice, dude. Soft Play. Fucking. Did you listen to that? Did you listen to Heavy Jelly? Damn, that album's crazy, bro. Heavy Jelly, fucking, or like there's two. There's like Heavy Jelly and Heavier Jelly, which is like the extended, and it's like a double album kind of, because the second half is just like completely different. It's like Bloodhound Gang kind of. But yeah, Soft Play used to be called Slaves before too, so they've been around for a while. And like as a two piece, fucking, you don't get two pieces that are that fucking crazy all the time, man. I saw them when they were Slaves, but I've never seen them since they changed their name. Um, but yeah, man, like, if they kind of like broaden bands that were more like that, I would be more inclined to go see it. But I was keeping an eye on it. I was considering going to like the Washington D.C. or like the Florida one, but I was just like, there's not enough there to justify me making the trip and paying all the money to travel. Even though I can usually fly from Buffalo to Florida for pretty cheap. I flew from Buffalo to Jacksonville and back for $52 Canadian one time, round trip, $52 Canadian. My tickets were like $9 each way. So like if sometimes you can get a deal like that, but like I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if they did like a nostalgia one where they did like all like skate punk and stuff like that, then I would be all over it. But they were kind of going, they were kind of like they were kind of going to like the people who call themselves like elder emos. I'm not one of those people, but like I feel like that's more of like the scene kids and stuff like that refer to themselves as that, or like the people that were more into like I don't like the pop punk that people called emo. I consider it pop punk. I never really considered it emo, but like the people that were listening to the pop punk emo kind of stuff. I feel like that's the kind of people that they were trying to get the nostalgia dollars from with the rehashing of Warped Tour there. And but you know, I mean, like I said, I think didn't Teen Mortgage play? Like I'm a big Teen Mortgage fan. I think Teen Mortgage might have played. So you know, there's always a few bands on there that I would see, but like not enough to justify me buying a festival ticket and having to spend a whole entire day sitting around through bands that I only mildly care about, if that. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna quickly rehash through the top 30 emo albums of the year. Number 30, we Have Mercy, the loneliest place I've ever been. Kind of like Midwest pop punk oriented emo from Baltimore, Maryland. Number 29, Bury the Pines, Industry Plant, a little bit of that, probably the first jangly emo on the list. Swimming's album Old out of St. John's, Newfoundland. Cool kind of like, I guess you'd call it Atlantic emo. I mean, Atlantic emo is kind of like Midwest emo, but like slightly different. Soot Sprite, kind of chill, shoegazy emo. Wield Your Hope Like a Weapon out of Exeter, UK. Charm Downpour, another kind of like Midwest, a little bit harder album. Charmer's Downpour. I misspelled it there. And they're from Marquette, Michigan. Very cool album. Anna Managuchi's Anyway. Like I was noting, I'm not sure if you were here, Megacephalus, when I was doing that one, but their label Polygraph purchased the American Football House to save it from destruction. Allowed them to move into the house to live there for a year while they wrote and recorded this album in the house. So Anna Managuchi's Anyway was recorded in the American Football House, and written and recorded. Number 24, Hot Mulligan's The Sound a Body Makes When It's Still, another Michigan band, Lansing, Michigan. Number 23, definitely the weirdest, probably not emo album on the list. Stomach Book's Goodnight Hypnopop from South Bend, Indiana. They're kind of like bedroom pop, but they call themselves an emo band. It's only fringely related to emo, but I feel like this scene-wise it's related to emo, but like music-wise it's not really. It's barely just scratching the peripheries of emo, but a very cool album nonetheless. It's super fun, and this album was not nearly as good as their last two albums. The last two albums were crazy fucking good, and probably more emo, if I do say so myself. Number 22, Pool Kids, Easier Said Than Done out of Tallahassee, Florida. Another great female-fronted band. Number 21, Days to Waste, Forget Me When the Summer Ends. This is like a one-person project, also female. Really beautiful album from Portland, Oregon. Number 20, Anxious is Bambi out of Fairfield County, Connecticut. They don't really need explanation because most people know of them. Number 19 was Never Any Ordinary, Life Everlasting out of Charleston. That's a band that's just coming up, and you should definitely go check them out and give them some love. Whoops, was that number? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Wait, what? Oh, I missed it. That was a comment that you made. I missed that was... oh, yeah, Charmer. Number 18 was... What was 18? We were talking here in the chat, so I gotta scroll through it. But number 18 was Downward, super chill. If you like to chill your emo, like just like downplayed chill vibes. Downward's LP2 is the album you want to check out from Tulsa, Oklahoma. One of those crazy good Oklahoma bands. Number 17, Athletics, What Makes You Think This Is How It All Ends out of Asbury Park, New Jersey. Number 16, Arm's Length, There's a Whole World Out There out of Quint, West Ontario representing. Number 15 is Kerosene Heights, Blame It on the Weather out of Asheville, North Carolina. Very similar kind of pop-punky Midwest emo as Arm's Length, but with more kind of twinkly, jangly riffs there. Number 14, Strange Heaven, Autumn, Deteriorate. Another cool band out of Coventry, Connecticut. Very few listeners on Spotify, as Megacephalus was noting. So definitely go check them out so they can kind of pop off. Number 13, Avec Plaisir, Active Listening, one of the top albums off of We're Trying Records. Is that my phone? Off of We're Trying Records, a great emo record label out of Austin, Texas. Um, and they're from Montreal, Canada. Number 12, Ben Quad Wisher, another crazy good Oklahoma band, out of Oklahoma City this time. Ben Quad has been ripping it up. Like one of their last couple albums have been some of my favorite albums in the last few years. Hold on, I just got to accept work here. 12 to 16. Fest Courthouse. Sorry, I just got to accept work here before somebody else takes it. Yeah, number 11, Moving Mountains, Pruning of the Lower Limbs, New York City. Number 10, New Design, Keepsake, a super cool band that takes inspiration from Moving Mountains, Moneen, and American football. And you can really hear the influences of all three in their music. And they're also from Brampton, Ontario, which is the home of Moneen. Number 9, Key versus Lockett, I Felt Like a Sketch, Brazilian American out of Brooklyn, New York, that does everything himself, including playing trumpet. Writes the songs, produces the album, mixes the album, plays every single instrument, including the friggin' trumpet. Absolutely insane. Number 8, Algernon Cadwaller's Trying Not to Have a Thought from Philadelphia, PA. Number 7, Aren't We Amphibians, Parade out of San Diego, California. All the shit's like that jangly kind of emo. Number 6, Stereosity, New Life Will Grow out of Rancho Santa Margarita, California. As Megacephalus was saying, they are on tour with Sweet Pill. If you want to catch them, highly recommended, because Sweet Pill is also awesome. Number 5, Saturdays at Your Place, These Things Happen out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. Number 4, Any Two Words, Under Graduation, highly, highly underrated band from Chicago, Illinois. Definitely go check out that album because it's mind-blowingly good. And I don't know why people aren't talking about that album more. Number 3, Stay Inside. Kind of the new juggernauts on the scene. The new album's called Lunger. Carried Away last year was my favorite album. Lunger this year, top 3 out of Brooklyn, New York. Have combined a post-punk aspect with their previous emo sound to make something kind of fresh and new that's really cool. Number 2, Jingwei's Songs Only We Know, the only Screamo album that I kept in this section. All the rest of them are in the post-hardcore section. I will post the post-hardcore list when I'm doing it onto the r/emo for the people that came here from there to check this out, which I appreciate you doing, by the way. And of course, number 1, Trash's String Theory out of Springfield, Missouri. Really good year for emo. I gotta say, I was really super impressed by the quality of albums this year. Not only in the emo realm, but also, like I was saying, the post-hardcore realm. So I'm going to finish off this stream here, and I'm going to try to get back with you tomorrow and see if I can listen to the multitude of post-hardcore EPs that I have to go through in order to formulate the list. But also shout out to Megacephalus and Julius. Megacephalus is from Michigan and Julius from Germany, who are in the chat. talking with me. I appreciate you guys checking it out, coming here from and shout out to all the people that tuned in but didn't chat from r/emo. Appreciate you guys. I do have a problem if you come back and watch the VODs on Twitch, because on the VODs, a lot of the stuff gets copyright flagged, and I have to go and ask the bands for permission. And I've never been declined permission. They all give me permission. It's just not all of them get back to me. Some of them are too busy and like don't check their Instagrams. I usually go through Instagram because it's the quickest and easiest. Sometimes I go through their website if they're like a bigger band, through the contact page. But like the bigger bands very rarely get back to me. So the stuff when it gets copyright flagged on Twitch, it gets muted. So I do put up all the VODs on Instagram at the on YouTube at the on YouTube at the Arbiter of Cool, and Instagram I post the lists. I just post the album covers and the list. So if you don't want to watch the videos, you can always just add me on Instagram at the Arbiter of Cool, ARBITER, the of Cool, and follow the list from there. And I welcome all feedback. Like, please leave if you think I missed something or you don't agree with my rankings. Definitely leave a comment on my Instagram page. It's all public, so you don't have to request permission or nothing. You can always just add it or just go look at it if you need to. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully tomorrow if I can get it all done. I should, because I don't work tomorrow.